Hello, on this hot topics, we're going to talk about the right's rhetoric and how they're pushing it too far and how they're going to end up getting someone like me killed. Okay, so I deal with a lot I'm a small channel, but I am still an atheist. I am still a female, and I put myself out here on YouTube, meaning that I expect a certain amount of harassment. I expect a certain amount of comments on my appearance. I expect a certain amount of just pushback in general, which I'm totally okay with for the most part. But I'm noticing a disturbing trend in not just my comment section, but in comments that I have in other things. Like I'll comment on something on CNN, or I'll comment on the Young Turks or something like that. And I'm seeing this radicalization of men who want me to die. And I'm not kidding. I literally had a conversation with a guy just a couple of days ago where I made a comment. Somebody said that they wouldn't trust any polls until the election was over. And I said, I completely and totally agree. We need to get people out and registered to vote. We need to vote ourselves. We need to keep pushing for this vote. If we want Donald Trump out, we have to remain vigilant. We have to remain on top of it. And we have to use our democratic process to get him out, to vote him out, which is what it's not anything too incendiary or too whatever. And someone posted underneath the comment, my comment, they said, Donald Trump gets elected out, there will be a civil war, and it will be a genocide of all of you people because you'll have given up your guns. And so I very calmly posted back to this person, and I was like, so you want to see me die for disagreeing with you? I didn't answer back, but somebody else did answer back, and they were like, any liberal or anyone who does not support Donald Trump should be shot. I would shoot you. And so I very calmly asked the person back, why do I have to die for disagreeing with you? And they said, because you either support Trump or you're part of the problem and you have to die. So I asked him, again, very calmly, could you sit here and look me in the eyes and shoot me? I have done nothing but been kind to you. I have talked to you rationally and calmly. Please tell me again why I have to die. His response went on the lines of, you want to take my guns, you want to take my free speech, you want to let immigrants across the border, you have to die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to die. And I'm like, you have free speech, obviously, because you're sitting here having this conversation about wanting to shoot me in the face. You still have your guns. No one's taking your guns. No one's asking to take your guns. If you're not mentally unstable or you're not a criminal, no one wants to take your guns. My dog is barking, sorry. And I said, so you want to kill me over a difference in who I support politically? And he said, yes, you have to die. And I was like, okay, please tell me exactly why I have to die. And he was like, because you don't support Donald Trump. That's right. The only reason this person wants to shoot me in the face is because I don't support Donald Trump. And anyone who doesn't support Donald Trump in 2020 has to die. And this is a rhetoric you're seeing from a lot of his people. And then he's like, you're for socialism. And you know what socialism is? And I asked him, I was like, well, what do you think socialism is? And he never answered me. He couldn't tell me what socialism was. He just told me that I wanted socialism and that I was trying to take away his freedoms. And I was like, what am I personally trying to take away from you? And he was like, you're a socialist. And I'm like, what is a socialist? I kept asking what a socialist was, and he could never give me an answer on what a socialist was. And this is a rhetoric that Donald Trump is pushing. This is the rhetoric with like that AOC commercial where they were burning her face and showing bodies and all this other stuff. This is a rhetoric the right is pushing to indoctrinate young men into thinking that they have to fight for freedom. Like they're thinking that they have to gather guns and collect guns and go out into the streets and start shooting people who disagree with them because that's the only way to protect themselves from socialism, but they can't even tell me what socialism is. And it's extremely disturbing, and I see it on my page all the time where I'll talk to someone and they will not be able to tell me what socialism is, but they want me to die for it. And there's a lot of things out there in the world that I am willing to die for, and things that I will stick up for: human rights, equal rights, basic human decency, free speech, all sorts of things that I will fight tooth and nail for. But I'm not willing to die for socialism when you can't even tell me what socialism is. All you can tell me is I deserve to die. And I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't get why the right keeps pushing this narrative. You've got this whole God complex thing going on with Donald Trump, where you either support him or you are the enemy. I don't understand it. I don't understand where the logic is coming from. The whole purpose of our country is to have elections, vote in who you want more, and to go from there. But these people just want to keep him in office forever, and they're willing to enact violence. They're willing to drive 9 hours to freaking El Paso, Texas, and shoot up a Walmart. They're willing to come at me and say that they personally want to shoot me in the face because I have the nerve to say, hey, I don't like your political leader. I think he's racist, misogynistic, and gross. And I would prefer to get him elected out. I'm using my free choice as a voter to use my vote to matter for something. That earns me the right to be shot. I deserve to die for disagreeing with you. And that is the rhetoric that I even see them pushing on Fox News, where they're like, it's an invasion and we have to, Tommy Lauren, you better pack up your guns now because the government's not going to protect you. They are pushing violence. They are pushing this narrative, and they're going to get someone like me killed. They've already gotten people shot in El Paso, Texas. They're going to get they're going to get YouTubers killed. I have to worry about that. I genuinely have to worry about that now, which is something I've never worried about before. And people say, well, you could shut down your YouTube channel and there's your problem. But it's a matter of principle. I'm not going to be terrorized into silence. I'm not going to be terrorized into not talking about issues that matter to me. Just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I want harm on you. And I would hope that you would have the same courtesy to me, that if we can disagree on a fundamental level about basic politics or religion or whatever it is that we don't agree on, but we can still find enough human decency and in common to humanize each other and not want to murder someone. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I'm noticing that it's an uptick lately. And once again, I'm going to ask you directly, why do I have to die for disagreeing with you? Why do I have to die because I don't like Donald Trump? What have I done to you personally that has given you any harm? What have I done to you that makes my life less valuable? Why am I not valuable when it comes to not dying? Why are you guys so desperate to go around shooting us? I don't get it. As I wish no harm on you, I leave it open in the comment section for you to say what you want and do as you want. But why do you want to kill me? Why are you so angry over something that you can't control? You can go out into the polls and you can vote, but so can I. That's how the democratic process works. And maybe you guys should sit back and think for a minute if that's where you guys are leaning. Because like I said, I don't want to die for standing up for what I believe is right. If I have to die for it, fine. But I would prefer not to die for a YouTube video. I'm just saying. All right, that's all I wanted to say. It's my comment section and my emails have been disturbing lately. So yeah, I guess that's the equivalent of it. And I will see you later.